And welcome back. I want to give you guys an update regarding the Austin, Texas housing market. This is because the Austin Board of Realtors just released a new report today at the time of this video, which is the 19th of January here. They reported huge decreases in home prices compared to 1 year ago, and especially compared to May of last year, which I'll share here in just a little bit. The Austin Board of Realtors also shared what happened in 2022 as a whole as well. So again, this is a report from the Austin Board of Realtors for December 2022. Again, just updated today here. It says in 2022, and by the way, this first paragraph here talks about what happened in 2022, the year as a whole here. So in 2022, the median home sold price for the Austin Round Rock MSA, or the metro area of Round Rock and Austin, Texas, set a new annual record of $503,000. So the median sold price in this metro area, Austin and Round Rock, was at $503,000 for the entire year of 2022. That was the median sold price in 2022, $503,000, according to the Austin Board of Realtors here. Despite this record, though, the housing market in Austin, Texas continues shifting towards buyers as home sales declined by 18.3% in 2022. And inventory also increased as well, with homes on the market for 31 days, 11 days more than 2021. So the median days on the market for the entire year of 2022 was 31 days, 11 days longer than 2021. And here's a look at what happened in 2022 in the Austin Round Rock metro area here. Again, the median sold price was $503,000, an increase of 11% compared to 2021. When looking at the median sold price in 2021 compared to the median sold price in 2022, that's an increase of 11%. This is a little bit hard to see the current trends right now, though, because I'm comparing to December 2021 to December 2022, as well as home price change compared to May of last year. And the changes are definitely in the red, not an 11% increase compared to 2021. And more on that here in just a little bit. So closed home sales decreased by 18% in 2022 compared to 2021. And again, days in the market was 31 days, 11 days longer than last year. I should say not last year, compared to 2021. Also, new listings were flat in 2022 compared to 2021. Active listings increased a whopping 155% though, and pending home sales declined by 24%. So my biggest takeaway regarding this chart right here is that it's interesting to see that new listings were flat compared to 2021, yet active listings, which of course is the amount of houses for sale, increased a whopping 155%. So this means that this increase of housing inventory is due to a pullback in home buying demand, as we saw fewer closed home sales down 18%, as well as pending home sales declining by 24%. Therefore, houses are taking longer to sell, as we can see by this increase of 11 days compared to 2021. And therefore, this increase of 155% is really due to a pullback in home buying demand. So that's what happened in the greater Austin area for 2022. But let's have a look at what happened in December compared to December 2021, because this is really where we see the shift in their housing market there. So for December 2022, the median sold price was just over $457,000, and that's a 3% decrease compared to December 2021. So year over year for December, home sold prices decreased by 3%. However, though, when looking at home sold prices compared to May, we're seeing double-digit decreases in home prices, and more on that here in just a little bit. So closed home sales declined by 31% compared to December 2021, and days in the market was 73 days, and that's 47 days longer compared to December 2021. So days in the market increasing big time, and also a huge decrease of closed home sales. Also, this is absolutely wild. Look at this. New listings down 15% year over year, and pendings down 22%. Yet active listings, which is the number of houses for sale, housing inventory, increased 275%, despite the fact that new listings decreased by 15%. Therefore, when talking about this huge increase in the number of houses for sale. This is due to houses taking longer to sell. We're seeing fewer closed home sales and also a huge decrease of pending home sales as well. And that's why active listings have increased so much. Also have a look at this because the months of inventory for December 2022 was 2.7 months. Yet that's a 2.1 month increase compared to 1 year ago. Therefore, in December 2021, the months of inventory was only 0.6 months. Fast forward 12 months later, in December 2022, the month supply was 2.7 months. This means the months of inventory in one single year went up 4.5 times, going from 0.6 months to 2.7 months. So that's the latest trends from the Austin Board of Realtors for the greater Austin area. But I actually want to share some trends regarding what we're seeing right now in Austin, Texas, according to Redfin. Again, these are based on different areas and, of course, different time periods as well. So according to Redfin, for the 4 weeks ended January 15th of this year, 2023, new listings decreased by 9.7% compared to 1 year ago. And by the way, this blue line right here is for 2023, the black line's for 2022, and the orange line's 2021. So the level of new listings is actually below 2021 as well as 2022, down 9.7% compared to the same time frame in 2022. Let's also have a look at the number of pending home sales in Austin, Texas, according to Redfin, down 53.7% compared to a year ago, far below 2022 and of course 2021 as well. So we're seeing a decrease of new listings in Austin, Texas, down about 10% right now, and also pending home sales declining by about 54%. So let's have a look at housing inventory in Austin, Texas, because that has probably been skyrocketing. And look at that, active listings in Austin, Texas, increasing a whopping 94.57%. So more or less an increase of 95% in one single year, which is absolutely insane. And by the way, this more or less 95% increase of active listings on a year-over-year basis is the biggest increase on a yearly basis in at least the last 12 months. So going back right here to the first week of January, we only saw an 86% increase. Now it's 95%. Also in 2022, compared to 2021, we saw increases in the range of 80% to around 65% on average in the last half of the year. And by the way, with a 95% increase of active listings, this more or less means there's almost twice as many houses for sale in Austin, Texas right now compared to last year, which is absolutely insane. Let's also talk about houses that sold. Sold houses, closed escrows, decreased by 26.3% for the 4 weeks ended January 15th of this year. So we're seeing huge decreases in pending home sales as well as closed home sales in Austin, Texas, yet a giant increase of active listing inventory. So speaking of Austin, Texas, let's have a look at the share of price drops according to altosresearch.com. So in Austin, Texas, the share of price reductions is approximately 59% for the 7 days ended January 13th this year. 59% right now. This more or less means that 6 of every 10 houses listed for sale right now in Austin, Texas have reduced their asking price already. 1 year ago, the share was approximately 29.9%. And 2 years ago, the share was about 16%. That's crazy, going from a 16% share now to approximately a 59% share in 2 single years. Also, pre-COVID, back in the early parts of January 2020, the share was only 30%. One thing I want to mention regarding this share right here at 59% right now, the nation's average right now is 36%. So the share at 59% is well above the nation's average. Let's also have a look at home prices in Austin, Texas as well, because there's some very big changes ever since May of this year, or May of 2022, I should say. So look at this. The median sold price for the 4 weeks ended January 15th this year was $453,000, a 5% decrease compared to 1 year ago. So home sold prices declined by 5% compared to 12 months ago. This is where we really have to take a step back and see more short-term trends though, because when talking about changes on a year-over-year basis, it really doesn't tell us the full story here, because 5% decrease is not a big decrease. But look at this, because when looking at the home sold prices at the peak, which is more or less May of 2022, approximately 6 months ago, the median sold price was $573,000. At that time, home prices increased by 24% on a year-over-year basis. However, though, when looking at home prices then, $573,000 to now $453,000, that's a decrease of 21% compared to May of 2022. Now, let me repeat that. The median sold price in Austin, Texas has declined by 21% ever since May of last year. Or another way to look at this is that this means home sold prices have declined by $120,000 since May of last year. One thing you guys definitely should be aware of though is that even though home prices have declined by about 21% since last May, when looking at home prices right now compared to the same time frame 3 years ago, the median sold price here in Austin, Texas has actually increased by 42%. So even though we saw a 21% decrease over the last 6 months or so, home prices are still up by about 42% compared to 3 years ago. But obviously, if you're a home buyer looking to buy a house in Austin, Texas, this decrease since May is obviously a step in the right direction. Couple that with a huge decrease in mortgage rates, because rates have decreased from about 7.4% back in October 20th of 2022. Now they're hovering around 6.1%. Again, these are average rates for 30-year fixed for people with exceptional credit, of course, according to data from the Mortgage News Daily. Changing gears slightly here, let's talk about how fast or how slow houses are selling in Austin, Texas, because the median days in the market for the 4 weeks ended January 15th was 73 days. This means it's taking approximately 40 days longer to sell a house right now in Austin, Texas compared to 1 year ago. This is because days in the market is at 73 days right now. 1 year ago at this time, days in the market was approximately 33 days. I mean, what a difference 1 year makes, right? Because 1 year ago, houses were selling 1 day faster compared to 1 year ago. Now they're taking about 40 days longer compared to 1 year ago. Or in other words, it's taking more than a month longer to sell a house in Austin, Texas compared to 1 year ago. Let's also have a look at the average sale price to final list price ratio here in Austin. And that ratio right now is approximately 96%, meaning on average, houses sold for 4% below the seller's final list price. This excludes price reductions, remember though, because price reductions are around 59% right now. So when looking at the final asking price, home sellers are selling their houses for about 4% below their final asking price. And this is so much different compared to 2022 at this time, because back in 2022 at this time, houses on average were selling for about 2% over asking. Now they're selling for about 4% below. Additionally, have a look at the spring months back in 2021 and 2022. Back in 2021, around more or less April of 2021, houses on average were selling about 10% over the seller's asking price. And back in 2022, at that time, houses were selling about 6% over. I mean, what a difference a couple of years makes, because houses on average are selling less than, or actually far less than, the seller's asking price. And with that said, please comment below with your biggest takeaways from today's video. Also, if you guys got any value in this video whatsoever, then please hit the like button. I greatly appreciate that. Of course, I appreciate you. Hope you guys have an awesome day, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.